Huh. Well. Hello and welcome to the Rambling Review. Here are some of my most recent ponderings. This week's topic, the glorious world of consumerism. The magnificent beauty of the all-American Slinky is not in its form nor in its simplicity, but rather its duplicity. The jingle is a lie. No matter how hard I try, a Slinky will simply not descend stairs with the ease of a pushed elderly. A Slinky's sole purpose in life is to end up tangled and deformed at the bottom of the toy box almost immediately after purchase. So, never give a child a Slinky unless you want them to become a miserable nihilist. As with most things, people do not realize that buying a Slinky is essentially just buying future rubbish. 300 million of these little fuckers have been sold, then promptly thrown away, usually the same day. This is because of anything. Consumers have deplorably rapid short-term memory loss when it comes to purchasing stuff. Example. Vlad the Impaler was infamous for shoving thousands of iron rods up thousands of arseholes until they came out of thousands of mouths. Bram Stoker based Dracula after this man. Count Chocula is based off Dracula. Ergo, we're all feeding our children Genocidal Ass-Rapist Cereal. Note, Kellogg's, I'm still waiting for Honey Nut Holocaust and Rwanda O's. If there is one undeniable fact about us humans, it's that we love our shit. We can't get enough of this shit, and we will always do anything to get more of it, because the shit we have now has become the old shit, and no one likes old shit. I believe the person who coined the phrase, "the grass is always greener on the other side," more than likely bludgeoned his neighbor in his sleep, drowned said neighbor's children, and put up a sign in front of his neighbor's house that read, "This is now my shit." He then promptly started eyeing his other neighbor's shit and started plotting. Nowadays we have this magnificent concept called money. So transactions, more often than not, do not involve such violent skullduggery. This money created a market so the consumer could easily get more shit, and this market created advertisements so others could get you to buy their shit instead of some other stupid sap shit. Here are some fun facts. The average male thinks about sex every 2 seconds. The average consumer is bombarded by 5,000 advertisements a day. Ergo, the crouching masturbator must be the cornerstone of the American market. With this in mind, why isn't Hyundai endorsing my shame tissues? Of all the greatest advertisement ploys out there, nothing can hold up to the great hoax that is the American dream. The idea boils down to this. Dear wretched masses, come to America, work hard in our factories making our shit, and someday you will have enough money to buy the shit you just made. This, of course, is all a lie. And thankfully, those stupid inhabitants of the Third World, hoping to someday come to America to live this American dream, have yet to catch on that it's these same American dreamers raping the Third World in the first place. It's along these lines that I find humor in the idea that somewhere there's a malnourished child sitting in the street playing with a pair of Gucci sunglasses his parents brought home after an 18-hour shift at the factory. Now, the empathetic whiners out there must be crooning, "Why don't we help these poor folk? Redistribute the wealth and other communist things." Bollocks to that! A person should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. And if they don't have boots, fuck them. They're obviously too stupid to understand the value of proper footwear. If you do want to do some good, instead of sending $10 to the Red Cross, how about giving those starving Ethiopians a Betty Crocker cookbook? Anything else is really just enabling, isn't it? John Rambo said something that I believe so fits the mentality of the human race that I think we should worship him as our new messiah. Fuck 'em all. Wasn't that magnificent? Jesus couldn't come up with something so snazzy and true. This is because people will simply always be self-centered and want what they don't have. It's been proven time and time again, from the drama between Cain and Abel to the horrific pile of angry shit that was Nazi Germany. When humans aren't eating or using something up, they're probably shitting what they just ate or throwing out what they just used, all the while wanting to squish their genitals against the nearest thing they can fuck. It's just what we do. You can't argue against it, because chances are you probably did at least 2 out of the 3 in the last half hour. I guess what I'm trying to say, when it all comes down to the nitty-gritty, is this. Mr. Bono, go fuck yourself. I don't like you, and I'm hard-pressed to find anyone that does. Farewell.